All right, now let's head to the crypto space, and we see that Bitcoin is still surging. I see the price there at 52,222.46. And last I checked these numbers before I came on, it was 51. So, I mean, this is good news. We're heading there. Perhaps we're going to get to that 60. So it's 52,222.46, and it's up 1.23%. Ethereum, of course, follows suit, 1.60%, up $2,792.05. That's what it costs. And now when we look at the board, we see that it's mostly mostly green, beg your pardon. And so Link, LTC, those are the ones that give us a little bit of red. But I mean, the major ones. Can we see the prices and see what that's looking like, especially since we have gone past 51,000. Let's have the prices of that, please. That the market is greedy, but yeah, thank you. Finally, I have it. 52,000 right there. Ethereum, BNB looking good. But the thing is, the percentage of increase is not so much. So I guess it's a slowly but surely increase on the prices, building up profits for investors. Now let's have Olumide additional now to perhaps he knows what's driving Bitcoin. Yesterday about this time we're talking about 50. Today we're talking about 52. Hi Olumide, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Olumide. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good afternoon.
Great. So, I mean, just before I came, I checked and I saw 51,000. Now it's 52,000. What's driving the price of Bitcoin or another cryptos anyway?
I think the appetite for risk is high. Spot ETFs at its record high demand for spot ETFs. Bitcoin spot ETFs at its high. And also the fact that geopolitical concerns are playing in emerging market. You know, recent economic data highlights the fact that the UK and Japan are technically in a recession. So the appetite for safe haven investments has been amplified. And we're seeing assets like gold and Bitcoin also maintaining that demand uptick. Also, you know, on technical patterns, you look at price action, the fact that Bitcoin has scaled above the all psychological important level 50,000. Now markets are looking at 55,000. So we're seeing the bulls becoming bolder and staying at 52 as we speak. But the concerns still remain. SEC Gary Gensler yesterday highlighted that Bitcoin is popularly known for ransomware. So it highlights that regulatory concerns can also diminish the opportunity the crypto market has. But I think it's fair to say Bitcoin is rallying. It's over $1 trillion market valuation. Looks like breaking above 1.2 billion. So trillion. So I think for me, I think it's safe to say the bulls have the day.
All right, I think yesterday our guest also said the same thing, but I also saw news about Russia maybe considering investment in cryptocurrency. Do such stories seep into the market to move the price?
Definitely, Russia is a systemic country in global finance. Despite prevailing sanctions by Western powers, you know, Russia is one of the leading producers of energy and is embedded with the highest amount of natural resources. So they have the world's capacity. But, you know, the narrative is that it might just be more of a political statement. We see Russia playing integral role in BRICS rather than the crypto market. So markets will definitely approach that situation as we can see. But definitely, it gives some positivity around the crypto space.
So we see here that Bitcoin has now left behind US dollar, Euro, British, and Australian dollar denominated prices. As they continue. Do you see this attracting a shift by these major economies to maybe engaging or inculcating Bitcoin into their economy more, or we're still dealing with issues of regulation?
It's highly unlikely because, you know, one of the proponents of Bitcoin is decentralized finance, and you understand the way finance works from the global perspective, centralized authorities run by central banks with banks under their jurisdiction. The fact that, you know, there's no central entity that has a dominant control on the Bitcoin space will definitely be weak political power for these entities. So definitely it will be more power on the people rather than central authorities, which will definitely not move and not give them the ammunition to intervene in economy wherever it seems fit. You recall that they have the power to tighten and losing the economy at their policy perspective. But with Bitcoin, that role will be diminished. So it's highly unlikely. But what we see is that Bitcoin will definitely play the role we're seeing in gold more as a safe haven, store of value, and other investment asset classes.
What's that country that adopted Bitcoin? What's going on with them? Have they been able to control it and,
Yeah, but I think El Salvador has seen the advantages of El Salvador has seen the advantages of this thing, the most demanded crypto asset, because if you look at their bonds in 2023 was one of the best performing because it was linked with Bitcoin, and also the fact that it has attracted investment into the Latin central country, that also helped. And also it has put the country on the map. A lot of people never knew El Salvador until the adoption of Bitcoin. So definitely the optics and the investment opportunities it has created, though IMF, World Bank had been pessimistic about such optics, and at some point they threatened to scale back from supporting the Central American country. But I think it's fair to say that the positives around the Bitcoin space has rubbed on the El Salvador economy.
So now, do we see this continuous bull run? Do we see a pullback anytime soon?
That's a $1 million question. But based on the market reality and what's really happening in terms of institutional power, the difference between what we're seeing now and in the past few years is that the likes of JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and other institutional investment banks are playing a systemic role in the market. So definitely, it's fair to say that those would dictate how the crypto markets will go. But I think it's fair to say Bitcoin is an asset that is going nowhere.
All right, confidently. Thank you so much, Olumide Adesina.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so Olumide says Bitcoin is going nowhere, so it doesn't matter all the rumors and all of that. But let's, just before we go look at the top gainers and looking at the gaining percentage here, it's double digits, very comforting. STX, VET, DYM, and HNT, all of them are from 20% to 11%, very comforting. So if you were able to get into the market before this move, perhaps you have invested well, and you will begin to see those benefits. Let's see the top losers just before we go right there. Of course, it can be double on both sides. So if the gainers are up, then we expect that the losers will be down. So it's 5%, 3%, and 2% for the top losers of Bitcoin at this time. Bitcoin is on a bull run, and they say it's going nowhere. So maybe this bull run is going to take off maybe up to the halving. The halving is coming. We'll see what impact, because people have different perspective on the impact the halving will have on the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency coins. But time will tell. We'll keep following the markets. But that's where we draw the curtains on the program. Thank you so much for being a part of Business Incorporated. It's a journey. We'll start again tomorrow. Do join me for the final episode for the week. We'll start off with 10 a.m. business morning, and then we'll come back at 1 p.m. for more going around the global world of business in 55 minutes. I'm Ini John Mekwa. I'll see you at 10 p.m. for Stock Market Reports.